They said 4 eyes are better than 2. But even with glasses, I didn't see this coming. Go grab your Vibe Juice and meet me back here in the comic room because we got a lot to talk about. What's up, everybody? It's your boy CZ, and we are back with another episode of Keep It Comics, a nice hot top 10 comic book update that was built and designed just for you. Yes, for you, the comic book community. So like, subscribe, share. There's much to discuss. I didn't see this coming, ladies and gentlemen. We got books that showed up on the list that I never expected to see on the list. So you know the routine. It's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for only the love of the hobby, so check your nonsense at the door. Yes, let's enjoy. At the list at number 10, we want to talk about The Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 1, the comic book cover that was done by Ryan Stegman. Yes, my friends, this book has been spiking for the past couple of weeks now. First appearance and first cover appearance of Richard and Mary Parker. All right, this book is down 9.04%. Yes, it is a strike while the iron is cold moment. Average price for a raw copy is $31 at the moment. There's no graded information right now as this is still a fairly new comic. Just came out a couple of weeks ago. But as soon as we get some CGC information, I'll be reporting back to you on this comic. There's a total of 270 sales thus far for this particular book on the past couple of weeks, with a high sell of $50. Now, fair market value has this book resting at $31 for a raw copy and near mint condition. Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 1, the Ryan Stegman cover. First cover appearance and first appearance of Richard and Mary Parker. If you are interested in this book, keep your eye on it because it's moving on the secondary market. At the list at number 9, we have to talk about Superman, issue number 24. Yes, absolutely. This is a book that was unexpected. This is one of those golden age goodies that, as a collector, you want to have this book in your collection. It's a classic 1943 flag cover by Jack Burnley. This book, the story art is done by Ed DeBroca and Joe Schussler. Man, did I butcher that name. Wow. All right, so this book is up 0.14% in copies that have sold. Average price for a raw copy, $750. Average price for a graded copy is $1,320. All right, now the last recorded sale for this book for CGC 5.5 was $3,750. But we had a total of 91 sales for this particular book thus far. All right, there's a high sale that took place back in 2020 where CGC 9.2 sold for $27,250. Yes, that's a lot of money, right? But fair market value has this book rested at $750 for a raw copy in fair to poor condition. All right, so if the higher grades are just a little too expensive for you, feel free. That lower hanging fruit is definitely worth its weight in gold also, all right? After checking Go Collect, I did find that there were 222 universal grades on the census. You've got 1 9.6, 1 9.2. You have 3 9.0s, and you've got 10 8.0s, all right? So if you're in the market for Superman, issue number 24, that classic 1943 flag cover, keep your eye on this book because this book is moving on the secondary market. And make sure you hit that like button and hit the subscribe button because I'm here every week. I drop a hot 10 list that'll keep you up to date on what's moving on the secondary market, what goes up, what's down, what you may want to purchase, what you may want to stay away from. I do it for the love. I do it for the hobby. I do it for the culture, baby. And it's always good vibes. All right? The game don't change. Just because people do. All right. And if you stick around to the end, I will open a couple of unboxings. And I'll also show you how you can get your hands on a free comic book. All right? So, at the list at number 8, ladies and gentlemen, Let's talk about X-Men, issue number 283. Some Copper Age goodness. And this is the first appearance of Bishop and the first appearance of the Game Master. All right, this book is up 4.49% increase in copies that have sold so far. Average price for the raw copy is $8, and the average price for the graded copy is $58. There's a total of 1,036 copies that have sold so far on the secondary market. Fair market value has this book resting at $8 for the raw copy in very fine condition. There was a high sale that took place back in 2021 where CGC 9.8 sold for $255. So if you're in the market for X-Men issue number 283, and you know we got a lot going on with these movies and what to expect and who we may see on the big screen, keep your eye out on this book because it too is moving. Here we go, guys. Checking in at number 7. I mean, I always enjoy this series. This character is getting a lot of love. I love when I see this character get the love that it deserves. And we're talking about Green Lantern, issue number 21. I didn't see this coming, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason, Green Lantern doesn't get the respect that he deserves, right? A formative character, well-loved within the DC community, within the comic book community. I just think that this character could get a lot more love, and I would like to see DC do more with him. Green Lantern, issue number 21. First appearance of Dr. Polaris. Yes, this book is up 85.03%. Average price for a raw copy is $36, while the average price for the graded copy is $199. There's a total of 223 sales of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. And we had a high sale that took place back in 2013 where CGC 9.6 sold for $956. All right, $956 for the 9.6. Fair market value has this book resting at $36 for the raw copy in very good condition. And then I looked at the numbers on Go Collect, and Go Collect also told us that there's 217 universal grades. If you're interested in getting your hands on higher grades, you've got 2 9.8s, and one of the 9.8s last sold for $2,988. You've got 3 9.6s, 12 9.4s. You also have 12 9.2s, and you've got 13 9.0s. So if you're in the market for Green Lantern issue number 21, check these numbers. Keep your eye on the book because it's moving on the secondary market. Choose your poison carefully, and remember, never jump out of the airplane without a parachute. All right? There's plenty to go around. At the list at number 6. This is another book that I never expected to see on the top 10 list. It's quite the read, ladies and gentlemen. An oldie but goodie. We're talking about Machine Man, issue number 8. These are characters that I would love to see on the big screen. Like, we already, we do a lot of Marvel movies. We do a great deal of DC movies. And we always use the same characters over and over again. I think sometimes these movie franchises get stuck in a box. Right? They need to think outside the box a little bit. Start using other characters because these universes are so huge. They've been fleshed out so much. Like, there's not really much you can do with the old characters. Let's start inviting some of these new characters onto the big screen, sparking some new interest and some new love in the hobby. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, right? And that would definitely open the door for other opportunities. All right. Well, this is the first full appearance of the Power Broker, unnamed, aka Curtis Jackson. All right. This book is up 83.68% increase in copies that have sold, and the average price for the raw copy at the moment is just $7. Excellent price point for buy-in. You couldn't get a better price for this book. Average price for the graded copy is at $43. So if you wanted to land a graded copy, you still wouldn't have to pay a lot of money. Now, there has been a total of 258 sales for this book so far on the secondary market. We had a high sale that took place back in 2023 where CGC 9.8 sold for $105. Again, just an excellent price point for buying. You don't have to spend a lot of money in order to get your hands on this book. Fair market value does have it resting at $7 for the raw copy in fine condition. So if you are in the market for Machine Man, issue number 8, first appearance of the Power Broker, keep your eye on it because it's moving on the secondary market. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the halfway mark. And please allow me to stop and take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for checking out the channel. Please, if this is your first time, like, subscribe, share. We do it for the love. We do it for the culture, baby. And we like having a lot of fun. All right? If you like, subscribe, and share, it really helps us out. It'll help us get in front of a much broader audience. It'll continue to grow the channel and give us a more wider reach. The channel has been doing great. I appreciate each and every one of you that has been with me from day one. Thank you to all our new subscribers, right? And like I said earlier, if you stick around to the end, we shall crack open some boxes that I got in the mail. And I'll also show you some comic books that I picked up and give you an opportunity to win a free comic book that you can add to your collection. All right? So, it's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. I got the vibe juice. I brought my list. I'm just having fun. Happy to share it with you. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. All right? Now, here's your trivia question for this week. What is Agent X's real name? Yes, every week I always have a trivia question. Leave a comment in the comment section. What is Agent X's real name? I can't hear you. Leave it in the comment section. Agent X's real name. All right? Enjoy. Have fun with that one. I know somebody's Googling right now. It's all good. All right? At the list at number 5, my friends, we have to talk about this modern comic book, and it is Spider-Man, issue number 47. This is the first appearance of the Grim Hunter. Okay, guys, this book is definitely up. 91.01% increase in copies, all right? Average price for the raw copy is $9, while the average price for the graded copy is $55. Yes, another book that you don't have to pay a lot for if you're trying to add this book to your collection. There's a feeding frenzy going on for all the books that are spiking and people are making all this noise about for whatever reasons. You know, there's a movie coming or it got optioned. But these are books that no one's talking about, right? But they're still great books, right? They're still key books, absolutely. They're still iconic. Yes, absolutely. And no one's talking about them. So this is a perfect opportunity for you to get your hands on these books. While they're fighting over the noisy books, we're going to pick up the quiet books and add those to our collection for not a lot of money. Because I'm always trying to save $1. Yes, I'm frugal like that. Yes, there has been a total of 340 sales for this book that has taken place on the secondary market. We had a high sale of $80 for this book. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, fair market value has it resting at $9 for the raw copy and verified condition, which in my opinion is an excellent price point for buying. Spider-Man issue number 47, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself one. All right. Back on the list at number 4 and continuing to gain ground, let's talk about X-Men issue number 1, and this is cover A. Yeah, I've been watching this cover get a lot of love. It continues to do numbers on the secondary market. I think the comic book community knows something, and they're trying to keep it on the low, right? Now, it's the first appearance of X-Men Blue Team, Cyclops, Beast, Wolverine, Rogue, Psylocke, and Gambit. Oh, yeah. This book is up 13.45%. Average price for the raw copy is $12, and the average price for the graded copy is $67, my friends. We've had a whopping total of 3,789 books that have sold on the secondary market up to this date. We had a high sale back in 2023 where CGC 9.8 sold for $208. There you go, $208. Fair market value has this book resting at $12 for a raw copy and near mint condition. It is good to see that this book is getting a lot of love, right? I know people are a little intrigued and getting a little antsy about what's going to come to the secondary market, and which I believe is the reason for these books doing well on the secondary market. We're all trying to just figure it out. But meanwhile, people still love to read comics, and they're still trying to build their collection based on great storylines, great artwork, and first appearances. Absolutely. Absolutely. The hobby is still very much alive, ladies and gentlemen. All right? It is not all about a dollar. Not that making a dollar is bad. Saving a dollar is not bad either. But it is not all about a dollar. Some of us still love the hobby. Yes. All right, guys. At the list at number 3, we have the Fantastic Four. And this is issue number 257, right? This is the destruction of Tarnix 4. And this is the Skrulls' throne world that was devoured by Galactus. And the death of Princess and the Empress. Okay, we got it. This book is up, ladies and gentlemen, all the way up. 107.61%. Average raw copy is going to cost you $6. Average graded copy is going to run you roughly about $128 to $130. We have had 698 sales of this particular book on the secondary market, with a high sale of $198 for a CGC 9.8 that took place back in 2022. Fair market value has this book resting at $6 for a raw copy in fine condition. So keep your eye out on Fantastic Four, issue number 257, because it continues to move and do numbers on the secondary market. All right? At the list at number 2. Never expected, never saw this one coming, didn't think this one would ever make the list, but it finally made it. Let's talk about Batman, issue number 497. And this is when Bane breaks the Bat's back. Crack. Yes, absolutely. Don't mind me. It's early in the morning, but I got my vibe juice. And it's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, there has been so many copies of this book, right? And I never expected that people would draw that much of an interest that this would actually make the list. But it did, right? And I'm happy for it, because I actually have this book around me somewhere. If you just check, you'll probably find it amongst the collection somewhere. But this book is up 109.77%, ladies and gentlemen. Average price for the raw copy is $5. I'm cool with that. Average price for the graded copy is $55. I'm even cooler with that. Excellent price points for buy-in. Whether you want the raw copy or you want the graded copy, you don't have to break the bank, right? Now, there's been a total of 2,046 sales of this book that has changed hands down secondary market and continues to do numbers, all right? We had a high sale back in 2013 for CGC 9.9. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, CGC 9.9 sold for $311, all right? Which again is still not bad for the 9.9. Fair market value has the raw copy resting at $5 in a near mint condition. So extremely high print run, right? We know that. But CGC Go Collect has 5,238 universal grades on the census, right? So we know that it's extremely high print run, but Go Collect is reporting 5,238 universal grades on the census. You've got 2 10.0s. The 10 is the golden egg in this particular book, ladies and gentlemen. You've got 9 9.9s, and you've got 3,204 9.8s. All right. Now, the last 10 sold for, the last 10.0 sold for $500 according to Go Collect. Yes, $500. Still not bad at all for such an iconic book, right? Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Join the comic book community, all right? Join the Keep It Comics comic book community. We're a unique channel. We're unlike any other channel. We got good vibes over here. The people are great. The information is accurate. And the vibe is always good. Yes, and I think everybody has their own vibe cup with their own particular vibe juice in it. Now, it's time for us to talk about the number 1 hottest comic book the market. And that book is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., issue number 4. Yes, my friends, we got some Silver Age goodness on the list. This is the origin of Nick Fury and the S.H.I.E.L.D. Absolutely. I really enjoyed reading this book. I enjoyed reading this book because it gave me a better understanding of where Nick Fury came from, where the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., where the S.H.I.E.L.D. agency originated from, and gives me an understanding of where we are today. And I love how Samuel L. Jackson have transitioned into position. He's really owned it, and I think it's pretty dope, right? You know, some people say token character this, token character that, but I just love to see, you know, comic art being portrayed on the big screen. And as long as it's done well, it's done tastefully, I'm cool with it. This book is up, my friends, all the way up. 209% increase in copies, right? Average price for the raw copy, $16. You got some iconic covers. I always look for these covers because you can't go wrong. These are such beautiful covers. Last recorded sale for this book was $189 for a raw copy, and that book must have been in near mint condition. Average graded copy for this book is $425. We've had a total of 473 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market, and they continue to move. We had a high sale that also took place back in 2022, where CGC 9.8 sold for $4,800. Yes, my friends, 4,800 smackaroos. But if that's a little bit out of your range, keep an eye. Keep in mind that fair market value says that $16 is a good price to pay for a raw copy in very good condition. All right? Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., issue number 4. This is the origin of Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. Keep your eye on it because it's moving on the secondary market, and it's a quiet book, so you're not going to have to pay that much for it. Yes, my friends, it's good vibes only, right? Now, leave a comment in the comment section. What is Agent X's real name? What is Agent X's real name? Comment down below. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your list. But if you're stuck around to the end, I made a promise that I would open up some boxes, but also show you how to win a new comic book for yourself. All right? So let's do that. Good vibes only. Thank you for hanging out. I got some boxes that came in the mail that I gotta want to unbox with you. We're gonna start with this one. Yes, and for those of you who know the routine, cue the music, but keep your clothes on. All right. Pop these ribbons. Yep. Want to make sure we don't damage the comic book. Everything's still intact. Nicely done. Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, guys. You guys ready? And this one, we have Batman with Robin, the Teen Wonder. And this is issue number 232. First appearance of Ra's al Ghul. Yes, glad to have it. Glad to have it. Excited to be able to add this to the collection. I've been waiting for this book to come down a lot. Got myself a very decent copy of this book. This book is, well, it was listed at near mint condition. I'll go over it with a fine-tooth comb to determine just how near mint or not it is. But I got it for a good price. It's always good when you can get iconic comic books first appearances for not a lot of money. I read the facsimile. and I'm happy to have the original in my collection. Yes, Ra's al Ghul, ladies and gentlemen, he made it to the collection. Issue number 232, Batman with Robin and Teen Wonder. Oh man, I could just stare at that cover all night long. Just super dope. All right. Yes, let's open up another one. You guys want to open up another one? Let's do it. Let's see what we got. Over here. Up there. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, gotta do a little bit more work. Get that tape out of the way. You don't need any accidents. Okay. Here's a plug for those of you who are interested in a good place to order comics. We've got Pleasant View Comics. Check that out. Can you guys see that? Go to their website, check them out, see if there's anything you like. Shout out to Pleasant View Comics. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember, I always tell you guys that the comic books that you see here on this list, they're no gimmicks. I'm not speaking about these books because I got some type of hidden agenda. These are books that I put together a list of comics that I myself am interested in, and I share that list with you, the comic book community. And this book is Star Wars. Remember, issue number 001. Yes, and this is when Marvel got the franchise back from Dark Horse, right? So this is that volume 3, issue number 1. This book is also was listed in a near mint condition, all right? So, and I didn't have to pay a lot for this book. So I'm very pleased to be able to add this to the collection. Beautiful cover. All our favorite characters with the fighter planes on the cover. Excellent. All right. How about we open one more? Yes. Absolutely. Now, I actually know what this book is because where I ordered it from, the name is on the box. So I know what this book is, but I'm going to show it to you guys. All right. So let's pop it open. And I must say, they've gotten better at their packaging. Yeah, they didn't used to be so efficient with their packaging. So, shout out to Midtown. Yeah, because I was just up there this weekend too. I actually picked up last week's comic book haul from Midtown Comics. And I'll show those to you in just a second. Yeah, so everything is intact. Comes with the Midtown jump off. Right? We got the iconic Midtown bag. Yes! Shout out to Midtown and all the crew. These guys are great, very helpful, always pleasant. All right? Absolutely. So, you guys know I had to get myself that Superior Spider-Man issue number 3, the 1 in 25. That beautiful red and black cover. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, just such an iconic cover. I like that. That's going to be one for the ages. It's a great look. The 1 in 25. Doing quite well on the secondary market for those of you who like flipping comics. I will not be flipping these comics. These comics are going into my collection. I would rather give a book away than sell it. I don't know. It's just something about it. But that's just me. You know, probably when I'm dead and gone, my kids will come in here and pillage the village, and they'll try to sell everything off. But that'll be their decision. It's not something I'm gonna do. All right. So that's what I got in the mail. Now, really quick, I'll show you what I picked up for my new comic book day haul last week, as we're starting a new week and getting ready to do a new haul. All right. So I'll show you what I grabbed. I grabbed Penguin issue number 5. This is one that I'm enjoying to read. So you guys, make sure you check it out. It's a great book, great read. I really love the story in this. All right. New book that came out. We've got Ghost Machine. This is issue number 1. We've got cover A. There was a little bit of buzz centered around this book. I also grabbed another cover. This is introducing Rook. Yep. I grabbed Cyberpunk, and this is issue number 404. This cover reminds me a lot of Roger Rabbit. From DC, I grabbed myself the Jenny Frison Harley Quinn, and this is issue number 36. I'm calling this the Valentine's Day cover. Just beautiful artwork by Jenny Frison. I'm a real big fan of her work. I have quite a few pieces in my collection. Such a beautiful cover. You know I had to grab another one for spits and giggles. Yeah, so I got myself 2 copies of that. Just beautiful cover. All right. This comic came out. This comic was created by Comic Tom and Fire Guy Ryan, so I had to show them some love, and Ben Templesmith. Had to show those guys some love. I've never been a hater. Not going to start now. This book is just dope. They did a great job with this book. If you guys don't have this book, make sure you support those guys over there at Comic Tom 101. This book is Crashdown, issue number 1. Great book. Now here's something that I realized that I don't know if you picked up on it or anybody picked up on it, but there's a virgin cover to this, and it is slightly different. So if I hold the virgin cover up along with Crashdown, the virgin cover is actually upside down. The virgin cover is actually right side up like this. All right, so I don't know if that was intentional or was that some type of error or something, but yep, there's the cover A, there's the virgin cover, which is upside down. All right. Good job, guys. Good book. I picked up Fall of House of X, and this is issue number 1, and this is the resurrection of Magneto, and I got that black insignia cover. Yep, very nice. I grabbed Daredevil issue number 3, Black Armor, and this is the Eastman cover. Let's see. There you go. Beautiful cover. Classic. And last but definitely not least, while I was up there, you know, they had it. It was the last one. So I grabbed it again. Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 3, the 1 in 25. Yep. So I grabbed myself another copy, popped it in the top loader. Yeah, they're doing pretty well on the secondary market. I paid $31 for the one that I got in the mail. This one I paid $35 for. And you know, when you look back, you see they're doing pretty decent on the secondary market. I know this book is going to go up a little bit, then it's going to come back down. So it's nothing spectacular, but I'm just happy to get it for not that much above ratio. You know, be able to add it to my collection. The game is the game. You know, you're going to have to pay for comics one way or the other. That's why I always tell people, pick your poison carefully. You want to be happy with what you're adding to your collection, regardless of what you paid for it. I always try to shop wisely. And while I'm out there shopping, you know, I'm always thinking about you guys from the comic book community and trying to figure out a way to engage and make sure that you guys are feeling the love of the hobby. So what I want to do is give you guys an opportunity to win yourselves a copy of Crashdown issue #1, created by Comic Tom and Fire Guy Ryan and Temple Smith over there. Yeah, give yourself an opportunity to win a free copy. Now, the rules are quite simple. A, you have to be a subscriber to the channel. B, you have to leave an encouraging comment in the comment section. And C, make sure you leave the hashtag #KeepItComics so I know to enter you into the drawing for the comic book. All right? And I'll let you guys know next video who will be the recipient of this comic book. It's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. And just to add a little bit more interest to it, I will give you the option of picking which comic do you want. Do you want cover A or do you want the David Mack cover? Yay, absolutely. So I'll let you guys choose, all right? All right, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I always say, don't hate, congratulate. Show some love, because that don't cost you nothing. Appreciate. But no matter what you do, ladies and gentlemen, it's good vibes only, and always keep it comics. I'll see you guys next video. Woo! Vibe juice goes down rough. All right, guys, later, Gators. You know what it is.